I believe we
It
are
says live. That side.
live across the nation.
Yeah,
I say the nation, could be the globe.
could be. Probably
Could
is.
be, could be the globe
Facebook's
as well.
global.
Good morning, Vicky Dean.
Good morning, Andrew Hankin. How are you today?
Good, actually. Just been for a walk. Nice day.
Yeah,
All is well with the world. Good
good.
morning, everyone else around the globe. We are switching this up because
We are.
you said you wanted to interview me.
I did. I did. And
So
it's not.
I'm going to
It's normally
handle.
your role.
It
It
is
is.
normally
So,
around the world.
what's the
Oh, look
guy?
at that, Steve Jackerman. Good morning. This
Good
is the
morning.
first time ever StreamYard has worked, and
Oh, is there a comment?
people's
Oh, yeah,
comments
look.
have popped up on the screen.
I can see them. Morning.
Amazing. Morning, Steve. Morning, Steve.
Technology. Easily
I know.
pleased, aren't we? But yeah, what's the guy who does This Is Your Life? Was it Michael Parkinson? I'm
Michael
not.
Aspel.
I don't know. I'm not going to be like him though. I'm probably going to be a lot lower standards than that. But yeah, so obviously we had some big news over the last couple of weeks, and you've been working hard in the background, and you've passed your $200,000 My Forex Funds account.
I
So
have.
you're now trading $200,000, and you've been trading it for about 2 weeks on the live account, haven't you? Is
Yes.
it just a
So,
little bit over?
oh,
Go on.
apologies. There's someone at my door.
Unbelievable. I talked
This
to
is
myself.
this is real. I'll be quick as one
Hurry up.
second. Let me
Yeah,
get
don't
rid.
be talking to
One
like the
tick.
gardener for ages. This is a live show. We'll cut this out of the edited version. Um, but yeah. So, hi, Steve. Hi, Alan. But yeah, Andy's passed his $200,000 account. And Alan, don't laugh. But yeah, I think he's been trading it for 2 weeks. So I'll just clarify that with him in a minute. And here he is. Here he is. You need to unmute yourself. There we go.
Sorry, it's a live show.
It is, it is. So yeah, we were just saying about you've passed your $200,000 account. Have you been trading it for about 2 weeks now?
Been trading that for 2 weeks. So yeah, I
Okay.
already had a $10,000 account, and
Yeah.
then leveled up to get the $200,000 account. And I am going to stop trading that for the
Yep.
next couple of weeks. So yes, I've done 2 weeks of live trading with that, which is cool, and has been going
Yeah.
extremely well.
So we'll come on to that a little bit more then, shall we? And
Okay.
we'll talk about I think it's good for people to see the journey that you've come on, how you got involved with all of this, and then to like where you are now so that people can understand that it is achievable. So if you want to tell us a bit about like what you've tried before you kind of came across Forex and stuff, what you were doing before that.
So a lot of people who are still friends of mine on Facebook will know that I have tried a lot of things
You have.
over a number of years, all of which have made money,
Yeah,
and all of which I'm glad I've done, and all of which are viable businesses. But I, have sold aloe vera to people. I have sold electricity and gas and broadband to people. I've sold ketones to people.
okay.
I've sold perfume and aftershave to people. I've also set up e-commerce websites and sold stuff from China and print on demand,
Yeah,
and lots of different things like that, over the years.
yeah. And how did you find that? Is it easy to summarize that? Like what was good about it? What were the bad sides to it? Be honest about your experiences.
So, what's good about it is you meet loads of like minded people who are after fundamentally, people want time and money. So, I've
Yeah,
met lots of people over the years who have had lots of money but have had no time,
yeah,
or have had loads of time and without money. And people want that financial freedom to have the time to do what they want, when they want. And that's why you meet lots of great people, in those companies, either setting up on their own or joining companies to be able to do that. What's also instilled to you with all of that is personal development and surrounding yourself with like-minded people and
Yeah.
investing in yourself to do all that sort of stuff. The some of the stuff it's tricky because you're teaching people a new concept. So whether it's around ketones or aloe vera or
Hmm.
teaching somebody to do something new is always a bit of a stumbling block. Where a lot of those businesses make a lot of their money is in building a big team and recruitment and stuff.
Yeah.
But then you're relying on other people to do other stuff. And I've done this previously when I used to be in the corporate world, used to
Yeah.
have various sales jobs. You'd go out and win a big corporate client, and then somebody maybe at head office or elsewhere would mess it up for you. So
Yeah.
you're always reliant on other people to try and help you
Yeah.
achieve your goals, which is fine, and teamwork's great and all that sort of
Uh-huh.
stuff. But a lot of it is then out of your hands. There's
Yeah.
lots of moving parts and different variables and stuff, which makes it not unachievable, but difficult. And that journey can be years to
Yeah.
be able to, and lots of people have been extremely successful in all of those things I've just mentioned, but not in a couple of months, in a year's time.
Yeah.
It takes a long time. So great learning curve. Glad I did them all,
Yeah.
but I think you have to go through all of that and try lots of different stuff to find out what works for you as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it makes you a bit more thick-skinned. It makes you a bit more determined. It makes you hopefully not give up on stuff with that bigger dream of
Yeah.
being able to, and it's a Rudyard Kipling quote. There's no price too high for the privilege of owning yourself. So being
Nice.
able to get up in the morning and go, going to go to the cinema today, going to go to
Yeah.
Pizza Hut, or going
You
to
do that a lot.
I do like a meal out. I do
You
like
do.
a
You do.
lunch.
You do.
But this week's been great. So Jessica's off. She gets 2 weeks at half term. So we're doing some baking this afternoon. We're going to
Yeah.
see Jurassic Park tomorrow. We're going for a golf lesson
Yeah.
this afternoon as well. We've done lots of stuff, and it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because
You made
you
some
can
money
just
today.
manage it. I did make $400 this morning.
There you go.
So yeah, it gives you options, which is
Yeah,
great.
definitely. So when did you kind of first come across then like Forex and that kind of
So
stuff?
Forex, it was just before the pandemic,
Okay.
and it was Pete, of course, Pete Crow,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, founding member of Relentless as well, and he was just posting some stuff on his Facebook story,
Mhm.
and I contacted him, and he introduced me to Forex. I didn't know anything about Forex before
Yeah.
that, so this is.
So to fill people in then on this part then, so you'd gone from doing like products and stuff before, gas and electric in terms of MLM stuff, and then the opportunity you saw from Pete at the time would have been the MLM stuff with it attached, wasn't it? So it's Forex education, but they had the MLM attached as well. So it was, I guess for you at that point, was it more the MLM side you were interested in looking at when you first joined it?
Yeah, 100%. So I saw it, and lots of people do move about between different, products and services,
Yeah.
and different M&M and stuff. And when I found out that there was this industry that had, the biggest liquidity in the world, and $6
Yeah.
trillion a day was traded, it seems to be, in terms of a global thing, which
Yeah.
anyone could get involved in. It just sounded the best thing since sliced bread, and I just thought this will be a really easy thing to be
Yeah.
able to grow a team with,
Yeah.
and you will be able to make your money from having a
Yeah.
massive team of people, standard stuff, because it would be an easy sell
Yeah.
because you'd be able to help people out with it.
Yeah. Um, and I guess at some point there was a bit of a switch, wasn't there? Where I think collectively, didn't we? Because we were all kind of in that. I mean, I joined it to actually learn the Forex side of stuff, and I'm not like the MLM side just wasn't really for me. It's not me. Like you like networking, all that kind of stuff. But I think, did you then have that like realization that actually there's a better way? Well, we obviously did together, didn't we? Had a better kind of options for us
It
to
was a
go our own way, but also that's potentially where you could make more money from the actual trading side rather than the MLM.
this was it. I mean, with the first one that we joined, I think I got to maybe $100. I think it was $100 a week you got from the MLM side relatively quickly. With it being an American-based company. Then we moved across to the Dubai-based company, and I think I got to $2,000 a month with them. But it was a lot of time recruiting, speaking to people, the churn of keeping people on. The price point was significantly higher. And then you suddenly started to learn more about the education, and then it was literally sort of an overnight sort of thing. We go, actually, that's not where the money is. The money's not in. Yes, there is money there, but the big money isn't in the recruiting side of stuff. The big money is in learning how to be a trader. And then you go through the journey of, okay, well, I can put £100 into my trading account, and then if I can make 10%, 20% a month, I've made myself 10, 20 quid. And then you think, actually, how do I get to the 10,000 account, the 50,000 account, the 100,000 account, the 200,000 account? And then we just sat down collectively, didn't we? And we to shake up the entire industry. We need to make it more accessible at a lower price point to people. Let's do it ourselves.
And I think you know, like MLM side's not for me, and I had to go through that journey like yourself, really, for me to realize that it just wasn't for me. And I think the thing I don't like about it personally, and why I've vowed that it will never be attached to Relentless. Hold me to that, I'm sure, in a few years' time or whatever. But you know, like, what I like about Relentless at the moment is people join because they have that common interest, whereas with MLMs you get people trying to sign up their aunties and uncles, and then they're just completely not interested in what you're doing. And that's why I think we've got a really good community and we're building something pretty special where we are. But I want to touch on like how you've actually done it then, because I don't think you're mind admitting that you've not been the best trader throughout this, and like and
how
you know,
how dare
how very rude. But you know, like you openly admitted like that at times did you feel like giving up, or like what was the turning point?
Massively. So, you know, we had educators in the various different companies we were at before. And then, you know, there's various different strategies that people teach and stuff. And we've always wanted to surround ourselves with cleverer people than us, which you could argue
It's
for
hard,
myself
isn't it?
doesn't take much. Like the guy's just delivered some wine to my door. You know, we've had lots of people. And it was when we started getting involved with our now director of education, Michael G. So I stalked and followed him for a while, sort of back end of last year, sort of October, November.
Real life, so just online.
Not in real life. Not actually stalking him. Purely Facebook and Discord, like COVID-friendly stalking. And then, you know, he has a strategy which it just made it extremely. You can complicate trading, like you really can, and you know, people you'd have seen it with stochastics and various different support level with all that stuff and the messy charts and stuff. And his strategy just made sense to me. And it makes sense to a lot of people as well. And so when I started doing that properly, which is around sort of January time this year, following that strategy, it just, I had to unlearn a lot of the stuff I'd learned before. And this strategy just made sense. So it was that strategy coupled with like-minded people in our channel, our community and stuff, what gave me the belief that actually, and I knew I would become a six-figure funded trader. I'd made the decision that I would be. And yes, there's been ups and downs along the way, but I also, you know, now know how to control emotions significantly better. You know, revenge trading or all the nonsense stuff that goes with it and stuff. But I think the way that we've now packaged that just kind of worked and is working. You know, we proved it works. And then you just need leverage. So, you know, this month I've only traded for a couple of weeks and I've only made 2.5%. but 2.5% of 200,000
Yeah.
is £5,000.
Yes.
It's
Exactly.
numbers.
Yeah. And some of them challenges when you're first going through to pass them, is My Forex Funds 10% you have to make on the account?
No, so My
Is it
Forex Funds is 8%. So you
Okay.
have to make 8%. So there's challenges. So for people who are new to this, in terms of how you become a funded trader,
Yeah.
I think we've touched on this before in previous videos, but basically you have to make 8% in 30 days.
Yeah.
And then once you've made 8% in 30 days, you then have to make 5% in 60 days.
Okay.
And then you become funded. The first month you get 75% of profits.
Yeah.
Second month you get 80% of profits. Third month you get 85% of profits, as well as you get rewarded for passing the challenge, as well as 112% refund of your challenge fee. So
It's amazing, isn't it?
it just, again, like with most things, it sounds too good to be true. But have a look at their website. It's all detailed there. I've been getting paid out from them on the smaller account, on the 10,000 account, from I think it was October last year anyway. So they're a legit Canadian global company and stuff. But the biggest switch for me, and this is a double-edged sword, is it's all, yes, there's a huge amount of support that we provide and stuff, but it is all down to me. I'm not relying on products not being shipped, or something going wrong with an order, or somebody in my team dropping out, or me not being able to build to get another 5 people on by the end of the month to hit my next rank within the organization. It's just me. I can trade when I want, as I want. There's no sales targets. And I've taken the decision not to trade for the next couple of weeks. I'm more than happy with that for this month, sort of thing. But it's all down to me. The flip side of that is I've got no one else to blame. So previously I could go, well, the product didn't turn up, or the order went wrong, or they got cut off for whatever reason, or these 4 people who said they were going to join didn't join. I can blame somebody else. Whereas with this, it's 100% ownership. It's all on me. If I don't manage my risk accordingly, if I start trading gold or Bitcoin on a Friday afternoon, I know you're going to shout.
I've had a few of them messages from you over the past 12 months. Unfortunately, that is one thing I'm really pleased that's happened. Like you've changed in the last few months. You don't seem to do that as much now.
Yeah. Well, it's a learning process, isn't it?
Well, 5 o'clock on a Friday, it's gold. Have you looked at the chart? No, I just pressed the button. No, all jokes aside, though. But it's a journey, isn't it?
It is, and we've documented most of it via Facebook and stuff. People can look back and go over it, and even when we were talking on the MLM side of stuff, we were still bigging up Forex. We just probably didn't realize that, although you did, because you hate the network side of stuff. But that that's where the money's at, really. If you genuinely want to, and if it's, again, another old phrase, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. It is down to you to.
You've got to show up, haven't you, as well? Like,
you've got to show up. You've got to not give up. You've got to keep doing it. You're gonna, sounds like Chumbawamba. You're gonna get knocked down. You're gonna make mistakes, but you do have to get back up again. And I'm singing that song in my head now.
Yeah, don't.
Don't do that. And there's the other side of stuff that we've been involved in, or are still involved in, with cryptos and nodes and DAOs and all that sort of stuff. But again, a lot of that stuff is out of your hands. Contracts can change, smart contracts can change. Bear markets can happen, cryptos can crash and stuff. But again, that's where the joy of the FX comes in.
It's just you.
And trading, you can just, you can make money in a bear market as well as a bull market. It doesn't make a difference. You just need to learn that skill, which for some people might take 6 months. Some people might take 12 months. Some people might take 18 months. Some people, it might take years until they find a particular strategy which works for them.
Yeah. But I'm proud of you anyway.
Thank you.
And we have rattled on for like nearly 20 minutes.
We have.
So
is there
anything else you'd like to add at this point?
Not at all. It's it's an option for people, as with everything. And again, you can trawl through my entire my Facebook is public. I've never sort of hidden anything. You can trawl through the past sort of 10 years to find out stuff that I've done. But all throughout all of this, I've always tried to go, here's an option. This might be for you. If it's not this, you
Yeah.
might try this. If not this, you might try this. FX is just another option for people, but it's something that you need to learn. You don't need to build a team. You
Yep.
just learn the skill, and
Yep.
then it's up to you if it, if it works for you or if it doesn't. If it does, great, and if it doesn't, there's lots of options out there. This is just one which for me it's taken me a while to find.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy that I have now found it, and we're able to hopefully remove the longer journey that a lot of us have been through with FX to go, this strategy works, relatively simple. You just need to plug into it and stick with it.
That's it. Like even on the smaller accounts where you look at a £10,000 account or whatever, if you're making just 5% a month on those, it's an extra £400-500 there potentially just to help. I think that's particularly during these times. That's why we're doing this, isn't it?
If people want, a second payday each month, a second profit center each month, and something that they can do in their own time at their own pace without any pressure from uplines, downlines, products, services, anything of that, then have a look at it. There's lots of stuff at the moment about how you can save money, about pasta and supermarkets' own brands and switching suppliers and all that sort of stuff, and I get that, but even with all those savings, I think you just need to make more money than save money.
I agree with that.
I mean, do both, obviously. But I think it's easier to make than save. And again, this goes back to ownership. It's very easy for people, and I've done it in the past as well. It's very easy to make excuses. Well, I've not got time. I mean, I don't watch telly anymore. I go to cinema a lot, but I don't watch telly. I believe Love Island is on. I've not seen it.
I've not watched any of it. I won't be either. Not got time. Like you said, I literally sit down on the sofa on a night sometimes for about 10 minutes, and that's me done. Got time. But it's because you're applying yourself. I firmly believe, and I think we've touched on this before, in just working hard now. If it takes me, 5 years of hard work now, my older self's going to thank me because I just don't want to work until I'm 70. But at this point, it's just not for me. I don't mind working. I am a grafter, but it's about having that choice, isn't it? And like you said, time freedom. Retired by 40 is my goal. A couple of years left towards that.
All right, just because you're younger.
All right, you can go for 50. All right.
What's wrong with 45? What's wrong with 45?
How old are you now? I thought you were past that.
Well, I'm on 44.
Okay, you can go for 45 if you want some pushing it, but you better get that $1 million account.
thought the man bun was going to fool you.
If it wasn't great. Maybe. But no. Well, I think if that's okay with you, we'll wrap it up.
We will indeed.
But if anyone's got any questions about anything, funded traders, just trading in general, drop us a message. We are starting to do Forex basics now as well. So if you're brand new to it, obviously all the videos are uploaded in the back office for you to work through at your own pace. But we do a weekly call now where if you're struggling with anything, you can jump on that and we can help with the basic stuff as well. So, reach out.
Perfect. All right, Vic. Speak to you soon.
All right, love. See you later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.